my name is Shayna Dunford, and for those of you who don't know me, I am the Director of Skincare Portfolio here at USANA. And today, no makeup, no filter. I am here to do a get ready with me. We are going to talk all things skincare, particularly we're going to talk about dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and what to do about that. I actually get a lot of questions about the skincare that I use and kind of the time and place, like when should I use brightening? When should I use the core line? And quite honestly, it just really depends on your skin goals. But if hyperpigmentation is something that you suffer from, definitely we're going to be talking about these products. These are products that you want to have in your arsenal and use them consistently. So before I get into all the products, I'm going to just briefly go through what I've already done. So I have already cleansed my face with a creamy foam cleanser. I do have combination to oily. I'm probably more combo than I am oily. So that's why I use the creamy foam cleanser. And I use a pea size amount, like a little goes a long way. So I've already done that. Now, also, this is kind of one of my ride or dies. It is the Charcoal Exfoliating Scrub Plus Mask. I don't use it as a mask all that often because I'm just pressed for time. So I just sit this in my shower and I do it 2 to 3 times, probably more like 2 or more like 3 times a week. I just do it while I'm in the shower. Now, it's a great exfoliator. It does not scratch your skin. It gently lifts away all the impurities and the dead skin cells, which helps rejuvenate your skin and then also helps your products absorb better. So you should be exfoliating at least 2 times per week. I use about a cherry size amount, I would say. And I do it in the shower because I splash like a duck when I take my makeup off at the sink and it gets everywhere. And so that's why I keep it in the shower. So I've done that already. So my skin is clean and it's ready for toner. So we've got the toner. A lot of people use the cotton rounds. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfect. For me, I personally like to use it as an essence. So I put just a couple, it's hard to see, couple drops in there. And it's a little, I will say it's a little messy. Definitely not the most beautiful application. But this way I am able to put everything on my face and just tap it in. I do get it, not too close to the eye, but just enough. And I make sure that I bring it down on my chest. I'm just not wasting anything on the cotton round. So just make sure your hands are clean, which mine are. Okay, so while that's absorbing, let's talk about the brightening line. There's a lot of questions that I get. Which products should I use? Why do I need to use all of them? Do I need to use all of them? And really, what do they do? So let's talk hyperpigmentation first. Some people have hyperpigmentation just genetically. So they already have spots on their face, or they're more predisposed to getting dark spots, melasma, and hyperpigmentation. A lot of that also can be contributed to your exposure. So UV rays and other environmental factors that can cause hyperpigmentation. Also, for those of you who have had children, I have a son. I did get what they call the mask of pregnancy when I was pregnant, and you can still kind of see it to this day. It's been years. It's really gotten better and faded over time. But I did have the mask of pregnancy, which did subside a bit once I had my son, but it is still something that I suffer from. And really, it's so deep to get rid of that would probably be more of an invasive, like maybe an IPL or something I would have to do, but I can fade it with these products. So the key active that's shared among all 4 of these products is niacinamide. And it really is a superstar ingredient. And it's a multifunctional ingredient. It helps with anti-aging and firmness and redness, as well as hyperpigmentation. It really is a superstar ingredient and is highly regarded in Korean skincare. So that's why we put it into these products. And all 3 of these products do contain niacinamide, in addition to other actives that work synergistically together. So while you can just use the serum or just use the moisture cream, really, if you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, it would be using these 3 consistently as well as using a sheet mask 1 to 2 times per week. It really just depends on how much time you have. Usually this is like a Sunday self-care for me. I'll go put this on, lock myself in the room away from the husband and my son, and decompress for 15, 20 minutes while it works its magic. But so getting back to using these daily, you can use them twice a day. It really just depends on what your skin goals are. I personally use them once a day. I use everything at night. Actually, no, with the exception, I do use this one during the day before my SPF, because I do need a little bit more moisture before my SPF product. Other than that, the rest are used at night. So my toner's done its thing. It's dry. Let's go in with the serum. This is the complexion serum. Now it does say 2 to 3 pumps. It really depends on personal preference, as well as maybe how large of area you need to cover. I use 2 pumps. That is plenty for my face, neck, and chest. And I rub it together, and I just kind of spot like this. And then I just go in. I love this because it's light, it absorbs quickly, it doesn't leave any shine. It just makes you look glowing. And of course, that superstar ingredient, niacinamide. I know that when I use all 3 products together, I'm getting the maximum strength to really go to work. The great thing about these brightening products that is probably the most unknown is they're formulated to help prevent the melanin coming to the top or to the surface. And so that's what you see. Those are the dark spots that's coming to the surface. All these products help prevent them coming to the surface, as well as treat the hyperpigmentation, lighten and brighten with continued use. So it really is kind of a twofer. But when you're really talking about the best defense, SPF, your best defense of preventing dark spots is going to be SPF, and it's probably the most underutilized product ever. A lot of people think that, oh, I only need to use SPF if I'm going to be out in the sun, and that just simply is not the case. Think about when you're driving and the sun rays are coming through, you walk out to get the mail, you let the dog out, you are exposed more than you think. And this is the biggest anti-ager out there. SPF, super simple, right? And we've got 2 forms. We've got the lotion and the cream, and I use the lotion. So, okay. The serum is in. The next thing I would do would go in with a dark spot corrector. Now, for me, I use most of these products at night with the exception of the Luminous Moisture Cream. I use that during the day as a moisturizer because I'm 40 plus and it seems like I am combo, but yet I still get dry patches. So as you can see, a little goes a long way. And so you can just tap it on any type of discoloration. And it doesn't need to be just dark spots. I am over 40 and I still break out. I mean, the joys of, hormones and all the things. But this also helps with any type of scarring and acne scars, in addition to hyperpigmentation. But it's very concentrated, so it isn't a product that you would just squeeze into your hand and apply all over your face. It is a targeted treatment product. So a little goes a long way. I just dab that on. Okay, while that's just drying, I use the eye essence. And what I love about the eye essence is it's lightweight, it's hydrating, but a lot of eye creams just don't absorb very well. And then when you go to put on powders or your concealer, then it starts to peel, right? And so I make sure I go to my 11s and then I tap. And this is like a serum. It's very, very lightweight. It is hydrating without peeling, right? That's so annoying when you try to put on a product and then you get clumps of the product that didn't absorb. And this one's so nice, very, very lightweight. And I just tap it in just like that. Now you can use it as well on your laugh lines if you so desire. I usually just focus on, the eye area and of course those pesky 11s. The joys of being a very expressive person. You get those. Okay. Next would be the Luminous Moisture Cream. This one is just buttery soft, but yet hydrating and lightweight that you can use it morning and night. Of course, in the morning, you would use it before your SPF product. So it comes like that. It does come with a little spatula. I'm going to get about a pea-sized amount, put it in my hand like that, rub it together, kind of tap it everywhere, and then apply it. For women in particular, you show your age on your neck and your chest and the tops of your hands. So do not skimp your neck and your chest. I certainly noticed that now when I've been really having a really consistent skincare routine, I notice that my face now looks brighter, less dark spots, less freckles, and my neck still has, the dark spots. I mean, that's the joy of being a sun baby, if you will. I am a runner. I've done triathlons. We are outdoor enthusiasts, paddle boarding. And so, I burn. I'm Swedish, and that's like the first thing I do is burn. And this product helps with the hyperpigmentation. But being out in the sun just really brings that melanin to the surface. And so again, just apply your SPF. Okay. Well, that's doing that. Let's talk about facial oil and really how to add that into your routine. So when you look at your routine, it's the thinnest product to the thickest product. Now, the only exception would be for the oil. Oils can penetrate through other oils as well as water, whereas water products can't penetrate through oils. So oils would be the very last step in your routine. Otherwise, if you put on like your toner and then you put your oil on and then you put the rest of your products, it might actually just sit on top of the oil and not get absorbed. And there are misconceptions about oil. If you're combo oily or if you have acne prone skin, people are fearful, thinking that if I put oil on my oily skin, then it's going to make it even more oily. And really what happens with people who have oily skin, more often than not, it's the fact that they're stripping their lipid barrier and they're removing all of those natural oils. And so your skin is actually, producing more oil, more sebum to try to moisturize your skin. So once you balance that out and you actually have the right moisture, you hydrate your skin, then you lock in that moisture with an oil, over time, you'll see that your skin will actually balance out. So I am acne prone in addition to being oily combo. And that was really one of my fears, years ago when we started talking about, creating an oil. And then obviously with education and utilizing it, it's just one of those things that, you just have to educate and try. Less is more with oils. So just know that. And for me, again, I put it on as my last step. And I will be demonstrating it. I do only use the oil during the day around, the eye area right here, because again, the joys of being hormonal and over 40, you get dry. But at night, I just lather this on. I wish they made a vat of it and I could just dip my whole body because it's just really that amazing. But I put 3 drops, and you can, it really depends on your skin type. So, 3 to 5, more is more in this case, and not necessarily better. So I have 3. You don't want to overdo it because then you'll have an oil slick. And just press that in. And again, don't forget about the neck and the chest. Press it in. And then once it's there, I kind of just massage it in. This would be more of my night routine, but I at least wanted to kind of demonstrate it. During the day, I do take just 1 single drop and I warm it up. And then I don't get it too close to my eye because it isn't an eye product necessarily, But if you do suffer from fine lines and dryness in particular, this is a really great technique to do as your last step. And then of course, let it set about 10, 15 minutes before you apply makeup, allow it time to sink in. But I really notice an improvement in dryness as well as plumpness and firmness. It has alfalfa in the oil, which is a retinol alternative. So it doesn't create the dryness that a typical retinol would, but has the same efficacy. And that it really does help like plump the skin and really help diminish those fine lines and wrinkles. With, again, being over 40, those seem to just kind of happen overnight. And this is a really great way to help with that. Okay, I think I covered everything. But in recap, cleanser and scrub 2 to 3 times a week, twice a day. And then you've got your toner. I use that twice a day. This is definitely my ride or die, but I use it as an essence. So just tap that on your face. As far as the brightening products, you need these in your arsenal for sure. Particularly if you are out in the sun, you're active, and maybe you don't have dark spots, but these help stop the formation of dark spots. So definitely these are great things to have in your arsenal to help against that. I can't say that I would say, is there one that's my favorite? No, because they really work all together. So if I had to say anything, you need at least these 3 products. And then last but not least, SPF. I did skip that. I'm talking about SPF and I skipped it. So I'm going to have to go put this on. But SPF at least a 30 or above, reapply often, and best anti-aging hack ever. So that's it. You got ready with me. I can't believe I exposed my hyperpigmentation and acne prone skin, but it is what it is. We're all here to support one another. I hope that this was helpful, that you are able to speak to the products a little bit better. If you have any questions, certainly reach out. Again, my name is Shayna, Director of Skincare Portfolio at USANA. Hope you have a great day.